Sisters, what is going on? Still Sermon in the house Sunday afternoon with another video. How do you like the setup? How do you like my new place? A little bit of an echo in here, a little bit of a reverb. It's just going to have something that I'm going to have to get used to. But it is what it is. How do you like all them stuff in the background? That's the stuff I've been leaving out for the entire time I've been on YouTube. But unfortunately, I made a change with my life, and the Pittsburgh Steelers can't make a change. As always, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. Links are posted in the box down below. I mean, what do you want me to say? This is one of the worst Steeler games that I've ever seen in my 20 years of being a fan. 38-3. And the game's still going on. I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference if I record it now or after the game. It wouldn't even have mattered if I recorded this video at halftime. 38-3. Absolutely just brains beat in, mashed, pissed on our graves. No fight whatsoever. And it all started from the very first play of the game, where the Bills muffed the punt. 2 plays later, Gabe Davis, who absolutely just destroyed this defense today, and I'm going to rant about the defense heavily in this one. 98-yard touchdown, 7-0 Bills. We get the ball. James Pierre, who's an absolute trash can, muffs the punt. And why he's even back there receiving muffs the kickoff, rather. Why he's even back there taking kickoffs is beyond me. That's on Mike Tomlin. And then, credit to Kenny Pickett. He had a decent first drive as a starter. And I'm not putting this on Kenny Pickett, although he did throw a really crappy interception today, but I'm not going to kill him for that. It was underthrown. It was a bad read. But this wasn't on Kenny Pickett today. The entire team was just awful today, man. We couldn't do anything. Gabe Davis today, who's Buffalo's second receiver, torches this trash defense for 2 touchdowns over 50 yards. And I get that we have injuries coming into this game. I get that we're beaten up and we had injuries sustained throughout the game and all, but it doesn't matter. You'd think that this defense that can generate pressure and create some kind of pass defense would be able to stop Buffalo at some point today. You'd be able to think that. And Levi Wallace, I don't know what to make of this guy. He left the game with a concussion. I don't know how well he's going to be down the line. But he intercepts Josh Allen in the end zone. Hell of a play by Levi Wallace against his former club. But that's it. That's the highlight of the defense today. And a low light, of course, is number 55, Devin Bush, an absolute trash can in the middle of the field. This guy's covering every single of Buffalo's targets, and he never makes a play. Get off the team! Why are you still here? I really can't stand this guy. And he had a perfect position to make a sack on Josh Allen. And instead of pivoting his body just a little bit further to his left and making a sack, he just stands there because he makes no effort on the field at all. Get off the team! How do you lose like this? I mean, I didn't expect us to win today, but geez, man, 38-3. And I'm currently recording this in the fourth quarter. Because it wouldn't have made a difference at all when I recorded it. This defense today, so painful to watch. So painful to watch. You know this defense is bad when they get burnt by flat routes. Friggin' flat routes. I mean, come on, Terrell Austin. Come on, Brian Flores. You're better than this. I know that you have injuries, like I said, but don't tell me you can't change up the scheme just a little bit. You're playing the most prolific offense in the league. And you're telling me the best you can do is keep putting linebackers on receivers? Mike Tomlin, this is one of the most poorly coached games he's ever had in his career. It may have been the most poorly coached game that he's ever had in his career. What was that thing that Tyler Boyd said last year about us in the second Bengals game? Oh, this team just quits, through the game. They don't give any challenge at all. He's been proven right. Mike Tomlin, we don't live in our fears, the standard is the standard. Yeah, let's not live in our fears by kicking 2 field goals down by 30 plus. And Boswell missed both of them. No one wants to hear this anymore, Tomlin. No one does. And neither does the fan base. Stop saying we don't live in our fears, because it's pretty damn obvious that you do. And the thing is, a lot of people were getting on me with Matt Canada because his play calling was bad. And I was saying, okay, don't get this misconstrued. You can't put all of it on Matt Canada. You just can't. Because Mitch Trubisky was a scrub. That's true. But I'm telling you, today you can put it on Canada. Why are you not letting Kenny Pickett just be himself? That first drive that we had in the first quarter, it's so sad that I have to say that's who Kenny Pickett is. Because I saw a kid who was making plays. Wasn't afraid to take a shot down the field. Wasn't afraid, to make a play. And it even showed when he gave himself up and he got whacked. Shout out to James Daniel, by the way, for protecting your quarterback. That was a stupid personal foul call. That's just called protecting your quarterback right there. But why won't you just let Kenny Pickett be himself? Why do you have to keep running the ball when you're down multiple scores? Oh, we're down 17-3. Let's give it to Najee Harris when our run blocking sucks. Oh, it's 24-3. We need points. We need to be aggressive. So let's keep running from the shotgun. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes about as much sense as putting linebackers on receivers. Squarely on Mike Tomlin, squarely on the entire coaching staff, top to bottom, absolute disaster in Buffalo. Possibly the worst Steeler game that I've ever seen in my 20 years of being a fan. And Steeler fans, I'm telling you this right now, it is going to be a long year for us if this keeps up. And it's looking like it. That was the most pitiful, pathetic performance that I've ever seen out of this team. So bad, so much, and it's so fitting that I live in Cleveland right now, because that's where I moved to, that CBS just said, you know what, to hell with this game. We're going to take this piece of crap game off and put the Chargers and Browns on. Yeah, I get that now, because I don't live in Pennsylvania no more. I did not think that my first video in my new place was going to be like this. I did not think that. But alas, it's true. Never close. Never close at all. It was a complete and utter embarrassment from the get-go. And like I said, this is on Tomlin. I don't want to hear this, well, we don't live in our fears and the standard is the standard, and just looking completely emotionless on the sideline, once again just chewing your bubble gum. Well, you know what, Tomlin? Not only are you going to have your first losing season in the history in your career of being a head coach, but I'm telling you, if chewing bubble gum makes this guy a top coach of all time, then this guy is as good as Vince Lombardi. Plain and simple. Absolutely pathetic, man. And Steeler fans, if you think it's going to get better for us, I hate to be the bearer of bad news for you, but it just isn't. Why? Well, you may say, because next week we drag our asses back home to play the Tampa Bay Bucs, who are about to close out the Atlanta Falcons. And we all know Tom Brady, he owns the heart and soul of this franchise. Then we fly down to Miami to play the Dolphins on Sunday night. And then we end up in Philly to play the undefeated Eagles, and we have not won in Philly since 1965. This team is going to be 1-7 at the bye. There is no this could be 1-7 or we have a great chance of being at 1-7. No, we are going to be 1-7 at the bye. And at this rate, I don't even think we can beat New Orleans. I don't even think we can beat Carolina. I don't even think we can beat Atlanta. We could honestly go 1-16. This team has that capability. We could repeat what we did in 1969, or what the Panthers did in 2001, or what the Jaguars did a couple years ago. Win in week 1 and then lose the rest of the games that we have on the schedule. We have that capability. And we honestly should be 0-8 at the bye because Cincinnati should have beat us week 1. Tomlin did everything in his power to lose that game as well. But if it wasn't for Zach Taylor's stupid ass not challenging that blatantly missed touchdown, or if the Bengals' long snapper was healthy, we should be 0-8 at the bye. You know? And I feel so bad for Kenny Pickett. I really do. I feel awful for Kenny Pickett because he thinks this is on him, when in reality, it was the entire team today. I still believe in Kenny Pickett. I still think he can be a solid starter for us. But I'm telling you, if he doesn't iron out his flaws and he doesn't learn what he's capable and incapable of doing as a quarterback, then he's just not going to be the guy. I'm still being patient with them. I'm still, sitting here and saying, yes, he can be the starter for us, but I just need to see better results. And I know Buffalo's an elite team, but it doesn't matter. I just wanted Kenny Pickett to go out there and have a decent game. I wanted us to go out there, give this team a fight, and be like, you know what? Maybe we can compete with the big boys of the AFC. Maybe we can. Nope. Oh, and by the way, Malik Reed, get the hell off the team. Get off the team. That guy's he's a nobody. He's an absolute nobody. We haven't called his game all season. Haven't called his name all season. What the hell did we get him for? Get off the team, dude. Well, at least I can say George Pickens is still a stud if you want to take any positives away from this game. He had a couple of really nice catches. Deontay Johnson had some nice catches. There was that one incompletion where he just dragged his toe out of bounds. And, Chase Claypool, you shut me up for this week at least because you finally were in the slot and you were finally competing for some plays. So Chase Claypool, you shut me up at least for this week. But as for the rest of the team, garbage. Complete and utter trash. It's funny that the Pirates season ended the other day and I'm sitting here saying, you know what, maybe I'd rather watch the Pirates right now than this team. It really is sad. 38-3. 38-3. And that's really all I got to say. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Steel Sermon, checking on out for the day. May God be with you all.